What's up, guys? I have to kind of start early because all you assholes are subbing while we're in our starting screen. So we'll jump over here now. Welcome. Thank you very much for all the resubs. We've had Grim, Mina, Yanti, Sadiq all dropping the subs and starting our hype train at level 1 pretty much straight away. Look at that. Perfect. I'm surrounded by assholes. No, I'm sitting on one. Anywho, welcome to another Sunday. This will be episode 3 of our mini adventure. I'm not sure how long this adventure is going to go for. I think we still may see another couple, maybe even 3 episodes out of this before we head back into season 2 of our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, which I am looking forward to. I was watching a little bit of Vampire Masquerade today on Vancouver by Night's channel. They've come over and raided us a couple of times, which is awesome, and they've got an interesting chronicle as well. So I'd be very much looking forward to getting back into Vampire the Masquerade when we do. But for the time being, we are going to finish out this little mini adventure. Just a announcement as of for next weekend. There will be no streams from me Friday through till Monday, as I'll be away at my grandson's birthday, so there'll be no stream on the. Obviously, I won't be able to be available for Stormlord's Wrath on Friday on Yanti's channel, and there'll be no Dusk Hollow that Sunday. So next Sunday, you guys can take a break, and we'll come back and finish off the story the week after, possibly even the week after that, depending on where we're at. But definitely will be a lot of fun either way. I'm glad you guys can stop by and hang out with us while we run through this mini adventure. Some of the regular players have been able to sit back and relax for a couple of 3 or 4 weeks and just hang out and watch as we tell our little mini story here. So, in saying that, we should carry on and start the recap from last week. My audio playing? Is it very quiet? So, last we left off, Captain Moore, with the aid of 5 strangers, had delved into the ruins of Delgareth. Once there, you had discovered that it is indeed not uninhabited. Moriel and Hex both proving their skills several times over. Steve dances his way into a large room. It seems to be a storage room of sorts, but a storage for rotting flesh and bone. As you discuss what to do, a large fetid corpse rises and attacks, sending the mostly naked Steve hiding in the pile of bones. Moriel once again proving his worth as a caster, sending a large skeletal hand to crush not only the patrolling party outside this room, but this large creature also. Next, after a discussion back and forth on who was doing what and who was hiding where, you head back to the end of the hall where Hexakara, disguising herself as one of these so-called cultists, enters into a sleeping quarters and with a lightning bolt fries several individuals sleeping in their beds. Quick search of the room resulted in a little bit of coin and a few small bits and pieces. Then deciding to clear another room you'd previously come across to ensure that you were not ambushed in any way. You find yourselves in a small mortuary of sorts, maybe a torture room. Several devices and tools strewn around the room and two corpses, which upon investigation Moriel yields a small silver locket and a silver dagger, which is then passed on to Steve as he is quite adept with daggers. And with that, it seems that a couple of ghost-style figures rise up and attack, seemingly focused on Steve for some reason. This time Hex and Moriel decide that the rest of the group can prove what they're capable of and hang back in the hallway, watching the battle from a distance. Eventually, with the aid of Barnassus, the captain, Elba manages to defeat the last of the creatures with a final blow with his maul. And this is where we rejoin you now, as you discuss and recover from this latest encounter. You're still standing in the mortuary style room, or the torture chamber, whichever you prefer to call it. All seems relatively quiet once again, as the remnants of these creatures have seemed to vanish. But I'll turn it over to the players.
The captain is going to walk up to Steve, and he's gonna hold out a potion of healing. And he's gonna look at Steve. He's gonna hold it out to him. And he's gonna say, "You did well there. Here, take this. You look a little bit worse for wear. Hopefully, I don't know. Look, you seem to have an issue with me, but we're fighting like comrades together, and you know, I hope I'm not getting on the wrong foot. I got nicknames for all of y'all. It's just a term of endearment. I got a new one for you. It's called Magic Mike. You ever heard of it? What do you think?" And he's got to help him just get up, or fix himself up from the battle.
Okay. Whatever works.
You got to take the potion, or you're fine. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take the potion.
So remember that your maximum hit points will still be reduced by the 10. So you can only heal up to the new maximum for the time being.
don't know if I changed that or not, because I don't know if I figured out how to change that.
It's all right. Just make a note of it.
I have
See-
it written down.
Yeah. So generally, to reduce your maximum hit points, you can go into where your hit points are, and then click onto your maximum, and reduce it manually. I can probably do it for you. You can bring you up, Mr. Steve.
Okay, I haven't changed it.
Yeah, I'll change it for you.
Magic.
As he's doing that, the captain's then going to turn to good old Scales. And he's going to go, and you, boy, with the finishing blow, look at you, God almighty. Did you know you could do that breath thing? Look, I got another nickname for you, too. You know what I got to start to call you? I'm going to call you Sparky.
Refresh your page, Jax. The new max should take effect.
I was thinking about Scales. Gecko didn't seem to fit. We're going to go with Sparky.
Yeah, call me whatever you want. I don't give a fuck.
All right, Sparky it is. I just won't call you a pussy. That's...
So what's a potion?
What's that, Jax?
What's a potion?
Just a health potion, just a standard health potion, I believe.
Yep.
So, Mr. Alba, you have been given in the chat from one of your castmates a helping hand. So for the next hour, you have advantage on all saves that you make. So any save that I ask you to make, you will roll it at advantage for the next hour. So I will keep track of that. So
Thank you.
Pretty much from now until about 10 to 9 tonight, you will have advantage on all saves.
Sweet.
So yes, castmates, just be that in mind, and just a quick reminder of the chat too. So castmates, you have the channel points for 50,000 channel points for the castmates. You can help one of your fellow cast members by giving them advantage on all saves for an hour. For the viewers out there, you guys can help the players by giving them advantage or a luck. So you got luck and an inspiration. Inspiration gives them a D10 on their next roll, or on whatever roll they choose to use it on, and the luck will give them an advantage on a roll. Check out your channel points. So sitting down there, make sure you help these guys out where you can. So, you guys, is there anything else you guys want to achieve before you start?
How much healing's a healing potion? I've asked 3 times now.
You should be in D&D Beyond. 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
That was interesting. I've never fought ghosts before. And he's sort of like scribbling notes and looking at like the places where they were. Like that was interesting. I'm glad we didn't die though. Where are the other 2?
Well, they are outside. Apparently, they are casting some type of magic.
Where are the
or
other
something.
2?
I got no idea.
Oh wait, I think I can see them through the door. Hi, you guys.
We can
Can't
hear
I
you. We're
see
just
them?
in the corridor.
Yeah.
Good work, by the way, on the help. That was great. Loved it. Fantastic. You know what was great? You could cast a fireball in a matter of a couple of 6 seconds, but you can't cast what I can see in, a whole couple of rounds. I don't know.
Hicks looks at Moriel and looks back to them and she says, "Do you know how magic works?"
I have no idea.
Correct. Then leave it to us. We were casting spells that you could not see the effect of to aid you.
Right? Fantastic. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe let us know what you're doing next time.
Okay, and announce to the enemy. Good thinking, Captain. I thought your skills in war would be a little higher.
My skills are quite high, thank you, and I don't think that these spectral whatever the hell they were could You know what? It's fine. It's fine. You did great. Thank you. I'm being polite and nice, and we're getting along, and it's great. And I gave Magic Mike a potion, and I've started to call you Sparky, and I'm sorry, Mr. Mario. I still got nothing for you. Just I got no nickname. I don't know. Maybe Smokey. I'll work on it.
Huh. Seems everyone else has a name. Maybe in time. Big brain moment.
Yeah. I'll work on that. Okay, are we done? Can we go? Is there more spellcasters? I don't know if that's what you call it. Is there more coming? Do we leave? What do we do now?
I think we're done in this room. Maybe we should head out.
All right. Sparky, what do you say you take the lead? I got a good feeling about you, boy.
Fuck it, let's go then.
All right. I like the attitude.
Why do these things keep disappearing on? Fuck.
God.
So random.
We're going down the tunnel.
Hold up, guys. I'm having some minor issues here with my viewer not viewing you guys correctly. So just give me a quick second. Make sure that I'm able to see all of you. Might just have to restart it. So good. So you're going to head out into the hall. I had this issue the other day too.
By the way, Captain Moore, Steve, Elba, and Benassis. Nice job in there, minions. You did well.
Elba will just put the finger up.
You're flipping at a bird.
Yeah. I don't think he likes it when you call him a minion.
Then he must prove himself as more than a minion. What are you, Elba? If not a minion, a drone? A sheep?
I'm a fucking dragon.
Ah, excellent. Dragon, lead the way. Prove your worth, dragon.
I'll just keep going down the tunnel.
Hold up.
As we're going,
Sorry.
as Captain's gonna turn to Hex and go, I just have to ask, where do you get the names Minion? Like, where are you from? What is this? Is this? I have to be honest. I don't trust you. Something's weird about you and or just you.
You have an army that works for you, do you not?
Yeah. Well, I mean, more or less.
And you call them
less of late.
soldiers, correct?
That is correct, my man.
A minion is a soldier who follows someone else. It's a different word for soldier, as is drone.
Yeah, but it just feels like it feels derogative or something, you know?
Ants have ant soldiers, which are called drones. They are hard workers, are capable of lifting 10 times their body weight. When I say drone, I am talking of a worker who works hard. When I say minion, I am expressing the same gratitude for people who work for me.
Derogatory. That's rich.
Yes, it is. It's very rich.
Right. Hopefully that'll work.
Captain Moore, I worry less about what Hexakara has to say and more what she does.
Nope, it's not working. What the fuck?
Bernassus, I like your opinion. Muriel, you and I are getting on quite swell. A good unit, I would say.
We understand what is needed to be done.
Captain Moore, you're not far behind. How you call the Dragon One Scales? Steve, you're calling Magic Mike, is no different than me saying drone nor minion.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to ascertain if it's maybe a location difference, if you're from a different country or something. I'm not quite sure. It's just when I say it,
you think I'm racist?
no, that's what? No, I mean, you can change your face. No, if anything, you're the polar opposite of. No, I'm not gonna. No, what I mean is, when I say what I say, it's like it's a term of endearment. It's like it's like a boosting morale when you say the word minion or drone. See the effect that you had on Sparky, the dragon. He didn't like it.
Good. Then he grew a set, didn't he?
Okay, all right. I feel like, you know what? It's just our version of leadership is just completely lopsided. It's fine. It's, you know what? Don't worry about it.
Carry on, minion.
Weird. I've had to actually put a blank token on the on the map so I can actually see you guys for some reason. But so ignore the mystery man face.
It's the mystery face game.
So viewers, ignore the little white ninja man. But this is the only one I'm able to see these guys at the moment. I don't know what's going on. Could be an update with Foundry, but it'll stop them from blinking out. I mean, you guys, can you guys see it?
Yes.
Not on the screen. On the
Yeah, on stream you should be able to see it, but in your Foundry, can you see it?
No.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the viewers will be able to see it, but I'll just have to figure out what the hell's going on, because I can control it on my end. I can actually move it with you guys, so I can keep up with what's happening. Anywho, so as you guys discuss and carry on, you wish to move down this corridor.
Yeah, we should keep up with Alba. I don't think we should go alone. Alba, hang on.
He just doesn't listen. He just keeps walking. He's kind of like Snap. Just doesn't give a fuck about anything.
It's so weird. If that's not on there, even though I've got observer rights on you guys, I can't see shit. But when you're moving, it flashes you guys in and out.
Yeah. As Alba's moving forward, the captain's going to call out to him, kind of in a low but whispered, carried way, and just say, "Just be careful. You don't want to trigger a trap. Just look for not too far." What Bernassus said. Don't just wait a little bit. I like the enthusiasm though. It's great.
No, this isn't working.
So
It was stop for the captain.
Hicks casts dancing lights. She holds forward the little orb and she says, "Fuzzy, make him sparkly."
and 4 orbs of light just hover around Elba.
The dancing lights, you say?
Correct. And I just want them to go sort of around and around Elba's space, so he can keep
No
lit up as he
problem.
goes.
Do, 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 do. What color are your dancing lights?
They are Medium purple. Ooh, just like that.
So as you cast the spell, the lights appear and start to glow and hover around you, Elba, creating a soft sort of purple glow.
Out of respect to Elba, yell out, "Thank you, Dex."
Nice work. They will light your way. Tell me if you want them removed.
Will do, will do.
So, what you can see, Elba, from where you are, you can see this light here is pretty much what you can see if you scroll out using your mouse wheel. You can see some other lights. About here, you can see it turns slightly into shadow. Could be a doorway, could be just another hallway. You're not entirely sure from where you're currently standing.
I got told to wait. Is everybody coming or what?
Carry on, Elba. They're right behind.
Do you want to check for some traps or whatever?
Yeah, sure. I'll check. That's up the door. Check.
Thank you, thank you.
So, you're checking for traps specifically?
Yes.
I will get you to roll a investigation, please.
22.
22. That is a very good roll indeed. You search around the latches of the doors, around where the hinges would be. Again, you can see these doors are much like the others, all open inwards, which would then expose to hinges. The hinges all seem to be unexposed until the doors are open. Does not appear to be trapped.
Well, it doesn't seem like they're trapped. I haven't checked if they're locked, though. Should we go in?
Do you think, Captain?
I think we should follow suit of what we've been doing before. Just be on edge. Be careful. Be safe. Do it quietly, whatever we do. Like a couple of us have said before, it's better to check to make sure that we are safe than to be attacked if we are to leave it.
Gonna move back a bit first.
Well, I'll move back because I'm a bit big and not make too much noise. Someone maybe quieter should do it.
Steve, how about you? You've been quiet today.
I opened the last room. Maybe it's your turn.
My turn.
Yes.
What do you think, Moriel? Should I open the door?
I'll do it, since everybody is worried.
As you open the door and move into the room, you find yourselves in another storage room of sorts. Barrels, chests, crates, all manner of bits and pieces. Do you want the lights in here as well?
If it's dark, Hicks would bring them in.
It's definitely, the whole place is feel like where there's no actual light, it would be dark.
So at this point, Hicks just has them fixed basically around Alba. So anywhere Alba goes, the lights are going.
Okay. So yeah, as you look around the room, you literally notice it looks like it's junk. It's dusty. Doesn't look like this room's been used in quite some time. A couple of old chests, both are open. Both are empty. An old weapon rack with a rusty old axe and pick. A couple of old short swords and an old crossbow which has been here that long that the rope or the string that you would draw on it has long rotted.
Appears to be the equivalent of a junk drawer. Sometimes there's something useful in. Maybe we should have a quick look.
Yes, please.
I'll have a quick look around to see if there's anything useful.
As the party's doing that, the captain's just going to stand watch, just right at the doors, peering at both alleyways.
I'm going to investigate as well. Mind my family.
Yep. So roll. Anyone who wants to look around and roll investigation.
Dirty
21.
20.
7.
We got a 21, a 20, and a 7. So Steve, I don't.
Able.
Oh crap! Chat heard me. Just you guys couldn't. With those rolls, unfortunately, Steve, you don't really see much at all. And like I said, there's nothing really here. Even though it's rolled high, you rummage through a few bits and pieces, and there's just nothing here. It's just old. One of the barrels looks like it might have been mead at one point, but it's probably long since fermented beyond the ability to drink it. A little smelly. The rest of it's just junk. It's been here for a long time.
Is that a ladder in this room, or am I tripping?
Where?
Is that a ladder?
Yes, that is a ladder. Just leaning up against the crates and boxes.
No, it just doesn't go anywhere then.
No.
No.
Looks at by the looks of it, if you were to put any weight on it, it'd probably collapse. It's that old.
Well, I think we move on then. There's nothing in here for us.
As we're moving, Hex telepathically projects into Moriel's mind. She says, General Moriel, it would probably be wise to let the soldiers open the doors and leave our skills for later fighting. We don't want to be caught by a door trap, do we?
While I agree with the sentiment, we would be waiting all day before this door would have been open.
'Tis true. I do have another use of opening doors, which would be safe for us all if you wish.
Oh, I saw what you did before.
Oh, you can see that.
Observant.
And this telepathic link will remain for some time if you wish me to open and close doors. Just give me the nod, so to speak.
Very well. And then out loud, shall we continue?
Let's go.
You continue down the hall. Get you to stop about there, gentlemen. I'll move you all into sort of rough position at this point. You sort of, as you guys move down the hallway, The lights would follow you. Elba. Move this thing into the center of you guys at the moment. It's about here in my thing pings that you see another corridor.
Still
You'll see.
muted.
For fuck's sake. I'm muted because Nutty's making a shit ton of noise. Here you see a corridor. Veers off to your left. You see another corridor here, and another leading around this way. And as you move forward, Elba being sort of in the front there, and Captain Moore being up there as well, you would both hear shuffling of footsteps, something large, just shuffling along the cobblestone floor. And it seems to be coming from this direction.
The captain is going to use his commando tactics and try and signal to, not that he has commando tactics, but he's going to try and signal to stop to everyone at the back. And then he's going to go, and then he's going to, and point to the direction that it's coming from. And I hope that people understand what that means.
Moriel will cast minor illusion, and you'll see a chat bubble above his head. We're saying, "Stop, quiet."
Well done. So you all stop. And you listen. And you can hear shuffling. This just, you know, it sounds getting closer, and it's just slow and deliberate.
The captain is gonna try and whisper back to the casters of the group quietly, and he's gonna say, "Does anyone have any, like a magic web or a grease or a trap or something? It's huge, it's big, it's coming this way." Can anyone hear me?
You would just see a negative shake of Moriel's head.
Hicks goes,
Soldiers, I think he's talking to you. Care to answer? Oh, hell.
Hicks moves forward.
I've
And
got nothing.
Hicks just moves forward to the corner.
And as you move around the corner, and in the faint purple glow of your dancing lights, you see a rather large creature. It's big. It's you've never seen anything like it before. It stands almost as tall as the ceiling, not quite. They're probably about 10 or 11 feet tall. It is almost as wide as the corridor, sporting greyish mottled fur, 4 large arms as well, muscled. And it doesn't appear to have any eyes. But as you sort of step around the corner and you see it sort of raise its head to the ear, and it sniffs and then growls loudly. Not really a growl, but screeches at in your face almost.
How tall is it?
It's about 10 or 11 feet tall. It's like it's almost as tall as this sort of space that you guys are in. It's rather large.
Okay. It's seeing that as it growls, Hicks.
Ian, why can't I see it on my...
With Fuzzy in her hand,
What's
says,
going on?
Hicks says, swish! And she levitates as high as the roof and moves back above Alba. As she does this, she says,
There's a rather large beast with 4 arms. Soldiers, do what you do best. Steve, don't dance, attack.
Stop running away, you pussy.
is he talking to Hicks?
Yes.
Give me a
Elvis
second,
moves
guys. I
straight
gotta
toward-
fix this shit. It's pissing me off. Something's not right here.
The captain's seeing that happen is going to throw his defeated hands up in the air, seeing that his pseudo stealth tactics have gone out the window. He's going to draw his long sword and charge in.
All my lights drop as well as soon as I levitate, both the concentration spells. So we are in whatever torchlight there is. So that's all we have.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to give me a few minutes, guys. This is not working at all.
Foundry for you.
I'm not sure what the hell's...
Definitely doesn't flash it on stream, so.
Yeah, something's not working the way it's supposed to.
We can role play in the background. We can sort it out.
Okay, since we're all naming each other,
Fuck's sake.
I'm going to name you guys. He's going to point at Alba and say, I'm going to call you Alba. And he's going to point at Benessus and say, I'm going to call you Bradlack. He's going to point at the captain and say, I'm going to call you Adok. He's going to point at Magic's character and say, I'm going to call you Magic. And he's going to point at Hexcar and say, I'm going to call you Red Spandex.
Oh, I like red spandex. That's what my pants are made from. Well,
So-
spandex or something similar.
So I'm just Alba. You got nothing?
Okay, I'll call you JJ Blue Dragon. And the only reason that I haven't whopped you with my trunk, red spandex, is because of the red spandex. So I find that hot.
You'd like to whop me with your trunk, would you?
Oh yeah.
It's true what they say about
Fuck is
group work.
going
It's
on?
nearly impossible.
I haven't been whopped with a trunk in a while. Banassus, that sounds quite amusing, doesn't it?
I whopped a few people with my trunk the other night.
Wow.
Captain with his longsword drawn, staring at this beast, looking back, hearing this conversation going on. He's gonna go, "What in the hell are y'all talking about right now? Do you not see this fucking thing? What the hell's an havoc?"
We're drawing it out. It's called... Look, I got its attention. Now it's coming towards us. We're making noise to bring it towards you to fight.
No, that wasn't. Oh, for fuck.
How have you even won a war, Captain? Have you ever won a war?
How have you survived? Do you not know about stealth?
Stealth is for pussies.
No, stealth is for fucking brains.
Right, so that's what you see.
Oh wow.
I don't know why my fucking foundry is doing what it's doing. It is really pissing me off, and I'm not happy. But that is the creature that you see, that you saw, Hex, as you retreated back around the corner to your group. And it moves. So did you two move up? Captain and Alba? As
Yeah,
Hex
just
came
the,
back?
yeah.
So that's what you see as you move around the corner and you're whispering back to your friends. And it moves up the corridor in your direction, hearing you guys. You can see it's either hearing or smelling you, but it doesn't look like it can see very well. But it moves into the corner and moves into you guys. So now I will get everybody, hopefully, as long as that worked, to roll initiative.
As it's moving up, the captain's gonna just talk to Alba next to him. He's just gonna say, funnel strat, move back.
Also, as a point of interest, Evil, while I levitate 20 feet or as high as the cabin,
It's only about 12 feet tall. It's not very tall.
so I'm basically just head high to the cabin.
Yep.
The lights will drop. I will have no lights. And
Okey-dokey.
also, I don't know if I mentioned it previously, but I have my healing potions are on my belt behind my cape.
It's all good.
Elbow will just stay where he is, won't listen, and I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
So what the easiest way for me to do this? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm not happy with the way this is running, so I'm going to reload this. You guys roll your initiative.
Sweet.
I am going to let me. No, it's not.
We can theatre of the mind if it's not working. Evil.
100% we can.
I was thinking what I might actually do is just log out of Foundry as DM on my side and log in as the DM on the stream. In fact, I think I'll do that. So what I'm going to do, guys, this is probably going to... It won't drop anything. What it'll do is it may drop your connection to Foundry just for a second, but we better rejoin in just a moment. But I'm just going to log out on this side. But the program will still be open. And I should be able to log in as Game Master.
Keep up the RP, you guys. Keep up the RP.
So stream, you guys will see what I see, basically, as DM. Just so you're aware.
Steve's going to say, stealth is important. Here, I'll show you. And he's going to move behind the captain and say, see, now I'm completely stealthed and that thing can't see me at all. And from its point of view, it's going to see the captain standing there with a great big elephant standing behind it that thinks he's stealth behind it. The short captain.
Good thing it can't see.
So, what I'll get you guys to do is, the players, I'll get you guys to shut down I'll pause the video on your stream. You can keep the chat up if you want. But I'll get you to just pause the video. I've got to put the unmute side. There you go. Sorry about the delays, chat and team, but we will get this under control. So, with that, the initiative has been rolled. As you guys sort of get yourselves into position, the creature moves forward. Alba, you are first in the initiative order, and Moriel, you're on board after that. This creature looks very menacing. It is very much undead. You can tell just by looking at it. It is now start of combat. Alba, you are first. You are right up in this creature's face. What are you going to do?
Just swing at it with my maul.
Swing away, sir.
Oh god, 10.
That will miss.
Yeah.
You raise it high and swing down, strike forward, but you are unable to find purchase on this creature. Do you have a second attack in your attack action?
Yeah, I might just try to punch it.
You want to try an unarmed strike instead of your maul?
Yeah.
Up to you. You're probably better off with your maul.
But natural 20.
Okay, natural 20 for an unarmed strike. And what is your damage on your unarmed strike? 5 points of bludgeoning damage, I believe. So you punch it as you miss it with your maul, and you manage to, indeed, Punch it. Causing 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'll just stay right where I am, right in front of him, and end my turn.
No problem. I'm gonna have to turn some stuff off here. Here we go. Just so the chat can see this. What's going on? Sorry about that, chat. Give you a better view. So, with that, next up, is that all you're going to do? You're going to stay where you are?
I'm done. Stay where I am and everything.
No problem. So, you stay where you are, you strike out, you miss, you then hit with a natural 20 on your unarmed strike. Moriel, you're up, and Steve, you're on board.
Moriel just reaches out his hand towards the creature and cantrip Toller the Dead.
No problem.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. That will be a 15.
Which it passes.
Yeah, zoom in a little bit. So it does not receive any damage on a pass, I believe.
Nope, nothing happens.
So the spell succeeds, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on the creature. He seems unfazed by your attack. Is there anything else you wish to do?
That is it for now.
That is it for
Moriel will
now?
just wait.
So next up, it is Steve.
Can I throw a dagger?
You certainly can. You will have to try and retrieve it later, but you can throw it. Has a throwing distance on it, I believe. 20 short range, 60 long range, or 30 long range.
Yep, that's the one. Sweet it is. Because I'm probably not going to get close enough to it with the people standing there.
No problem.
I'm going to try and throw one over their heads to hit that thing.
Throw away. Roll to hit.
7.
That will miss. You throw it and it goes wide. I believe that's a natural 1, indeed. You hear it ting, ting, ting against the rock to the right-hand side of the beast.
Yes, sweet.
So you will have to remember you are down 1 dagger at the moment.
Sweet.
Anything else you would like to try and do?
I'm effectively going to say we should move back so that we can draw it out into a wider area so that we can all take a swing at it. And then I'm going to end my turn there.
No problem. You end your turn. It's now its turn. Standing, reaching up, sniffing in the air, and as it takes a shot from Alba in the chest, it sort of roars again, and it is going to make its attacks as 1 bite attack and 4 claw attacks, as it has 4 appendages, and it's going to make them all on you, Alba, as you are right there in front of it and have attacked it. The first attack is the bite, which I believe will miss with a 10. 4 attacks. The first.
Yep.
20 to hit.
That hits.
8 slashing damage. Second attack with its claw is a 10, which also misses.
Miss.
Third, a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
So it's another 8 slashing damage. And the last will miss also with an 8. So you take a total of 16 slashing damage as it rains down its claws. One misses, strikes your shield. Another one coming from the left hits you just above the shoulder and in the neck, catching you across the neck. The other lower arms, one rakes across your lower torso but seems to find nothing but armor. But the final one manages to find the crease between your armor and your thigh pad and catches flesh there. And then it roars in your face, and just the fetid breath from its mouth is very strong. But that is its turn.
DM, may I please do something that the captain can do?
What can you do, Mr. Captain Moore?
I have a fighting style called Interception. So when a creature I can see hits a target other than me within 5 feet, I can use my reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus 3 to a minimum of 0.
Roll it.
Fantastic. So 1d10 plus, so it's 6 plus 3, so 9. Reduces it by 9 damage.
So reduced by 9. So what was 16, so it brings it down to 7 total. So basically heal yourself back up 9.
As the captain's going to try and, just with his longsword, try and gleam a bit of the blows off as they're landing into you from this beast in front of you.
But you do so.
Yes, sweet.
Relatively easily, in fact. You managed to get yourself in the way of one of the strikes and managed to catch it on your own armor and thus reducing the damage to Elba. Next up is Bonassus. Captain Moore, you're on board.
I can't see it. Is it really big? I can't see it. And he's like trying to get past the tree. He's like, excuse, and then I'll just fly over the top of him. Beg my pardon. Oh crap. Yeah, that
Yes.
is big.
Seeing it for the first time, yes, you are confronted with that creature.
And I will cast Firebolt at it.
Firebolt. Roll to hit. 27.
27.
That does hit.
11 points of damage. I'll cast the other one. 18 to hit.
Oop, crap. Yes, that hits.
14 damage.
14 damage.
That will be me.
So with that, it's looking a little rough around the edges, but it's still there. Still standing tall. Bonassus, that was your turn. Next up is Captain Moore with Hexkara on board.
The captain is going to turn back to Steve and he's going to say, "Can you use a crossbow?" Hopefully he gets a reply. If he gets nothing, sweet, fantastic. He's just got to take 2 swings at the monkey thing.
Does Steve reply?
I don't know. Am I allowed to reply when it's not my turn?
Yeah.
I can use a crossbow.
All right. The captain is going to hand Steve, pull out a heavy crossbow and just give it to Steve.
Okay. Say that would be your movement.
Yep.
Awesome. You got any bolt?
And bolt. Yes, and bolts. Hopefully some bolts. Yeah, I'm not sure if giving him the crossbow and the bolts will take my entire thing. It's up to you, DM.
No, it'd be just your movement. Maybe a bonus action.
Okay, great, fantastic. And then he's just going to take 2 swing attacks at this little monkey thing.
You move yourself in next to Elba there, so you're going to have to. It's a bit of a squeeze, but you can get in shoulder to shoulder.
Cool. First one to hit, 23.
It hits.
Second one is 17.
They both hit.
Okay, for a total of 16 damage.
16 damage. It is starting to look a little rough, but it's still standing. Is that your turn, Captain
That is my
Moore?
turn. Mm-hmm.
X, it is now your turn. I'm just going to move these guys into Oh, it's not going to let me do this now. God damn it. That's roughly where they are.
Excellent. Hex moves to just in front of Steve. Still floating, still levitating as high as she can. So she can shoot above the heads of her companions, her drones, her minions. And she says, "Ooh, Fuzzy, a little bit of fire might work here." And she tosses her firebolt from Fuzzy at the head of the creature.
Roll to hit.
Say 22 to hit.
That'll definitely hit. And roll for damage.
11 fire damage as it wreathes its face in fire.
11 fire damage as the creature. Why is it doing that? For fuck's sake. There we go. As the creature takes it and is starting to singe and burn and bubble. Still there. Not looking too happy, but it's still there.
As her bonus action, she telepathically says to Muriel, "Well, this thing has held its own. Maybe we should keep it as a pet." And that is her.
That is you. Back to the top of the initiative order. Elba, it is your turn. This creature's... It's made its attacks. It's hurt a little bit. Looking a bit rough around the edges.
Just gonna try to hit it with the maul again.
No worries. Raise your maul and strike.
12.
With a 12, that hits.
Oh shit.
Roll your damage.
9 at damage.
9 bludgeoning damage. No need to roll your second attack as you raise your maul above your head. Whereabouts you hitting this creature? Describe what Elba does to destroy this undead creature.
Going to... So how would I have to hit it in the face? Or am I too small?
No, you'd be tall enough to hit it in the face.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit it straight in the face where the firebolt was and just try to squish its face with how the fire hit it. Just squash his face or mangle it.
No problem. You raise your hammer high, striking forward, catching it just in the side of the jaw. All you guys hear is a loud cracking of bone as Elba's maul smashes into the creature's face, distorting it, having the jaw swing to one side as its undead tongue lolls out of the now exposed open maw, and it rocks for a moment and then slumps backwards, falling into the hallway, unmoving. And that is the end of our initiative order.
The captain's immediately just going to take 2 glances down both of these tunnels to see if he can spot any movement or hear any footsteps coming towards them.
Roll a perception check for me.
With an 8.
With an 8, you hear the usual sounds, the sounds of wind. You're hearing some odd sounds throughout anyway, but you do, even with an 8, standing where you are, from this direction, you can hear an odd sound. It's low, barely audible. Maybe something moving, something wet. Can't tell.
Okay. The captain's gonna walk up and try and retrieve the dagger that Steve threw at this creature, and hand it back to Steve. And as he's doing that, he's just gonna inform the rest of the gang and says, "I may be hearing things, but I think there's something wet and big down that way," and point down there.
Sis is gonna glide over to the dead creature. He's like, "Is this some sort of local primate. It seems can't be down here by coincidence. He wouldn't get primates underground. I'm going to investigate it, take some of its hair and stuff.
Yeah, it's easy enough to clip some of its hair. I mean, none of you have ever seen anything like it before. Even Moriel, you've seen a few undead things in your time. You know about the undead. You know that it's possible to raise most living things after death to an undead state. Never seen a creature such as this before.
I wonder if it evolved to have multiple arms, or whether that's part of the.
Hard to tell.
Well, gentlemen and Hex, which way shall we go now?
Well, do we want to move towards the wet thing, or do we want to go in opposite direction?
I'm easy. I am not a frontline soldier. I would not make these decisions normally, but I say, let's clear corridor by corridor. That is my opinion. Anyone else?
For once, Hex, I agree with you. Let's go towards it so he can't follow us.
Hex
So
still
you-
flying?
Sorry?
Hex still hovering?
Yes, she's still levitating.
Well, Steve will be looking up.
She's not that high above you, I don't think.
Yes, the ceiling's only about 12 feet tall, 12, 15 feet, so she'd only be sort of levitating maybe a foot or two off the ground.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe 3 feet-ish, give or take.
Yeah, probably just above Steve's head, and that's about it. He's pretty tall.
Steve is pretty tall.
I'm going to use Captain Moore's sight here for this. Give the crew a sense of what is being seen.
Yeah, Captain's just gonna wait until everyone's traveling together, of course.
Worries.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be as somewhat perceptive as he's walking forward and try not to trigger any traps or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, your perception check is pretty good. You're being cautious. Are you being stealthy? Or
I
just
trying to
cautious?
move quietly, but not overly stealthy.
Is anyone trying to be stealthy, or are you just moving cautiously and quietly along with Captain Moore?
Yeah, just quietly.
The Narcissus will be stealthy.
So if you're wishing to be stealthy, roll stealth.
Hex is floating, but she's not trying to be stealthy at all.
24.
Yeah, so you're pretty quiet. Everyone else is just working at average speed. When you get to about here, Captain Moore, you can see quite clearly in this light from the lights that are dotted around these, even in these corridors, bloody footprints. Probably a little old, maybe a few days longer. You're not entirely sure, but you can clearly see that there's something has been here, and probably recently. The sound of what you were hearing is growing louder as you move forward.
Anyone else starting to hear this, or is it just me?
By now everyone would be hearing it.
Yeah, I hear it.
All right, just be on guard. And then proceed to move forward tentatively.
Captain, anything that makes that noise is squishy. Bear that in mind.
Probably just a fish out of water.
Holy shit.
So as you walk in, the moment you sort of spy it, I'll give you everyone just to move up behind is where you think you would be in the situation around Captain Moore. Get everyone to hold there for a moment. Show the team what is going on here. Here's my journals at. So, zoom in on this for the stream. So this large cavern doesn't seem like it was a part of the original complex. As you notice, as you came down the hallway, it looked like it had been carved in by hand, by pick and axe, and has been added much later. As you came down this corridor, the stench of death once again filled your nostrils, not unlike the storage room you found earlier. The rot of this is overpowering to a degree. Those of you that are probably more used to it, not so much. No need for constitution saving throws. Most of you are starting to feel a little nauseous. But in the centre of the room is a large pile of corpses. It then shifts suddenly as a large creature moves out of the corpses up over the top, turns in your direction. It's got tentacles of sort. It's covered in blood. It's got large toothy maw, and it turns and looks down at you guys from the top of this huge pile. And then it's simply all of you at once here inside your heads. Feed me.
Would Moriel know what this creature is?
Roll a history check for me.
Hex fireball.
Thank you for the sub, Mooney.
Not a clue.
Not a clue. Yeah, unfortunately, no. 2 minus 1. No. It's... You've never seen any creature of its sort before. You've heard of creatures that may live on fetid flesh, but you've never read, or if you have, you can't recall at this time.
Captain Moore, this thing has shown no aggressiveness as yet. Why would I fireball something?
Feed me.
Just seems hungry. Steve, feed it.
All right, and Steve draws back the crossbow and sticks a bolt into it. I'll feed it. And it's gonna fire a crossbow bolt at the thingy.
You fire a crossbow bolt at it.
Hicks moves away from Steve.
Fire. Roll to hit if you're going to fire a crossbow at it.
9 to hit.
9 misses. Crossbow. You're not. Maybe you aren't used to a crossbow, but you draw it back and you fire, and it strikes the corpses just below its left one of its left legs. And once again, loudly, all of you within your minds, its mouth isn't moving. It's just standing there looking down at you guys. And once, very loudly in your minds now, feed me.
As Steve does that, Hicks will, the levitation will stop. She'll float to the ground, and she says, and everyone hears it, she says,
Demon coins for your thoughts.
and she casts Detect Thoughts on Steve right as he's firing the arrow. She basically gets, let me see here, for the duration, I can read the thoughts of a certain creature when I cast a spell. I can target any creature within 30 feet of me. I'm only targeting Steve at the moment, as long as he doesn't have an intelligence of 3 or lower.
Mm-hmm.
It says I initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature and what is most on its mind at that moment.
You say as long as I don't have an intelligence or 3 or lower.
If you've got 3 or less intelligence, it doesn't work. But if you've got more than 3 intelligence, it works.
Yeah, sorry. I was looking at my modifier. Never mind.
Yeah, so your actual intelligence score.
Yeah,
So what is Steve thinking about? Just the basic.
Yeah, basic. If I want more, he has to roll a save.
Yeah, so just the basic thoughts. Your initial thoughts, maybe what you were thinking when you aimed and fired the crossbow at the creature.
I'm going to feed a crossbow bolt to this animal because I don't have any food to give it.
That's exactly what you're thinking. Now he'll need to make the wisdom save. I want to probe deeper.
So wisdom save.
7.
Okay, so he failed because it's a 15 he needs.
Yep.
Hex is just probing deeper just after he fires the crossbow bolt to try and see what he thinks of Hex.
Man, that red spandex is hot. Man, she's annoying.
Okay. That's good enough for Hex at this point.
And the creature just continues every 3 or 4 minutes or so with getting no response, just continually repeats asking to be fed.
Moriel will cast Levitate on one of the corpses and then floats it to the creature.
Interesting. Creature turns. Obviously, it's not been able to. Maybe it's not been able to find this particular corpse. It's a little bit meatier than some of the rest. A lot of these have been fairly well chewed on, and hungrily swallows it down. 2 gulps and it's gone. Crunching of bone. Initially, slurping of what blood is left in the corpse. And after finishing that, it repeats itself once more. Feed me.
Are we gonna make friends with this? I guess we could feed it the thing down the hall, but the feeling it's always hungry.
Just feed it a body. That's all it wants. You saw what it did. If it was going to hurt us, it would have done so by now. Unless we don't meet its requirements.
Maybe we could send someone back to get one of the corpses in the previous room where they are slightly char-grilled. Or we lead the creature to the corpses. What general? Can you control this beast?
No. That is beyond my capabilities.
'Tis unfortunate. Would be a lovely pet. It is beautiful, like Fuzzy here.
This thing needs to die. It's an abomination. But right now, it's not attacking any one of us. So if we just back away slowly, maybe it won't come after us. We can return later with more men, take care of it. All right, just leave it here. Maybe we'll take that gorilla and just dump it there.
Parnassus, you seem educated. What do you think of this creature?
It's very unusual. I don't see any aggression out of it from here.
Correct.
But if
Yeah.
it decides to,
It is eating the corpse of people. People.
It's
Like you
cleaning
and I.
up. It doesn't look like it killed them. It's like one of those fish that sucks off the corpses at the bottom of the ocean.
Moriel's going to head back through the corridor we came to the creature's body.
Yep.
Roughly how heavy was it?
It would take more than just yourself to move it, if that's what you're thinking. It's a size larger than you guys, so it would be fairly heavy. It'd probably take 2 or 3 of you to drag it.
What weight?
Probably close to 300 pounds.
Perfect. I'll cast Levitate again on the creature, which allows
Well done.
me to
Nice.
carry a creature or up to 500
Awesome.
pounds.
Well done indeed.
And I'm going to levitate it back over to the creature.
And as you do so, the moment you walk back into the room and with this floating body and you start moving it towards it, you see it start sniffing the air hungrily, and the drool starts to run from the jaw. And as you drop the creature on the pile, it goes pretty much face first into this creature and just starts hungrily chewing away. Matter of minutes, the body is consumed. Not a few bones here and there, but pretty much just about all gone. And it turns back to you, and once again you hear in your minds, all of you, repeat it. Feed me.
As this is happening to him, Hicks is just weaving in mind a spell, just using sorcery points to change out 4 spell slots.
Yep.
Knowing that it's a mind thing, the captain's going to say to Hex, and just try not to provoke this thing in front of him, and he's going to say, "You can speak in my mind, maybe you can speak to it in its mind. Tell it that we'll get it some bodies, but we need to go, and we'll come back later. We need to move and leave this thing, or kill it."
That is a good idea, Captain.
Hicks pushes her mind towards the creature, just using telepathy, which cuts anything she would have had with Moriel. And she has now 10-minute connection with that creature, and she says,
"We know you are hungry. We shall bring you more food. Wait here. You may reply."
More. Now.
"More will come. Wait here."
And she turns back to the team and says,
"It agrees. It wants more. I don't think we'll be able to sate this beast, but it is not hostile while we are feeding it. Carry on, team."
All right, everyone. Slowly, one by one, back out of the room.
So just before we move, just so we know, I know what you guys are up to, you're going to go get some more corpses for it, or are you going to leave?
I think we're just going to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to make a roll.
If we get anything live down the corridor, I'll be happy to bring it back. But up until then, I'm not going to go back for anything.
Yeah. So as you're going to just back away with the intention of leaving, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you start backing away, sort of slowly, one by one, creature moves forward and down the pile towards you, Hex.
Telepathically again, because she still has connection with it, she says,
"If you don't wait here, you may follow. There is more food. Where are we going?"
And then she says,
"Food."
Then she says to the team,
"It wishes to follow and devour what we kill. I shall call it tripod. It has 3 limbs to walk on."
Actually, has
Tripod.
four. Actually has 4, but
"Oh, I can only see 3 in the
yeah,
picture."
it definitely has 4.
There's 4? Okay. In that case, she wouldn't call it that. She'd call it
"Trixie, Trixie, come with us. We will feed you."
I'll give you guys a better look at this thing, just so you know. It definitely does have 4.
My model has 3 on the shelf, that's all.
Does it? Okay, maybe it does have 3. I could be wrong. 3 tentacles, 3 legs. There you go. Looks like it has 4. Yeah, but it is what you think it is. So
Hicks doesn't know, but
yeah, but Baz does. So that is the creature that you see. It's the tentacles look like they even have eyes, or the one at the back looks like it might even have eyes in it. It's kind of creepy.
"You might suggest we kill things to feed this beast. It is going to follow us until we do."
Telepathically to Moriel. Oh, no, I can't. I dropped it. Yep. Never mind.
Hex, I don't mean to shoot your idea down, but That thing will eat us. We need to kill it.
And it's not exactly
keep it
quiet
there.
either. As it moves down, it's sort of thunk, thunk, thunk on the ground. It's quite heavy and quite noisy.
I assure you, Captain, I'm quite aware that it wants to eat us as well. If we feed it, it will be happy. I don't have any more control over it than you do, unfortunately.
I do not like this, gang. If we run into trouble and someone can control this thing, then we're fighting 2, maybe more. We either deal with it here or we run. We can't. Anyone, thoughts, feelings? That thing
Elbow,
freaks me out.
Elbow just walk up to it and hit it from Mole without saying nothing. It's just sick for you and everything.
So Albert, you just walk up to it and hit it?
Yep.
Roll to attack.
15.
That hits it.
9 damage.
9 damage. You strike out at the creature, and it takes the damage. It growls loudly, and have you guys rolled initiative already?
I haven't, but
No, I just
For
did
some
it.
reason, it's taken the initiative already. That's weird. And I'm going to delete that combat because that was odd. Right, so now I get everyone to roll initiative as Elba has started off a new combat round with this creature by striking out at it. And
dang it.
roll for it.
Is that what you wanted, Captain?
So as you strike it, you hit it, and it sort of goes and rocks back a little bit, and then just turns and growls loudly. And it is Steve. You get the jump on the initiative order as this creature turns and faces all of you, and you can see its tentacles now move up into almost snake-like positions, ready to strike. Captain Moore, you're up after that.
Whip out that crossbow again, sort of draw it and place another arrow. I don't know how many bolts you gave me, but hopefully I've got more than one.
You muted, Camp.
The veteran didn't. I'm guessing like 20 bolts.
If you had 20, I'm assuming you would have given them the whole lot.
Yeah.
Sweet. And fire, I guess.
Attack away, sir.
Now I'm assuming that counts as a two-handed weapon.
Yes. So it'll be using your. Yeah, pretty much.
So using two-handed weapon.
If it's a heavy, it's a heavy crossbow, so two-handed weapon, yeah.
Yep. 22 to hit.
That hits.
11 points of damage.
11 points of piercing. It's not dead. 11
Nice.
points. 11 points of piercing damage. I was going to check to make sure it's got no damage immunities. So it is not dead, just so you know. And you do find your target, but yes, as it is a two-handed weapon, you'll only get the one attack, unless you have 2 attacks in the action.
No, just one per action.
Okay, cool. So that is your turn, Steve. You find your target. Captain Moore, you're on board.
Great. The captain, with Alba's words, would be like, kind of, fuck. And then he's going to draw his long sword and just
swing
hacking into
swing
it.
away, good sir.
Yeah.
Swing away.
he's going to try and aim for the legs just down low to try and see if it
No
can
worries.
slow its movement down or something with some hits. First hit is 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
The second one is 25.
They will both hit.
So the first one for damage is a 4. Lovely.
4 slashing damage.
And the
And the
second one-
second.
Is a 9. So
9
He's probably just,
slashing
yeah,
damage.
gonna come down low, using two-handed longsword and just slice down at the Achilles heel if it has one, trying to look for
No
it, trying to slow some tension.
worries. Right, so he is now its turn as it raises its tentacles up, so they're almost swaying, almost like a cobra swaying from side to side. It is going to make its attacks at the last person that attacked it, so Captain Moore.
And this is where I die.
Why is that now not rolling the dice? Typical. Dice failed. Oh my god, I'm just having so many hassles with this tonight. Let's just roll a d20. Cubic roll. That was really bad. Rolled a 2, so that missed on that one. Let's see if we're going to do any better on this one. Here we go. Tentacle attack. That misses as well. It's the second and final attack. 24 to hit, Captain Moore. So you take 10 bludgeoning damage and 4 piercing damage, but you'll also need to make a strength save, please. As the tentacle starts to wrap around you as it slams into you.
Great. Fantastic. A measly 12.
That is a failure. As the tentacle slams into you, it snakes around your body, wrapping you up, pulling you in close to it. You are now grappled by this creature.
Great. With one of the attacks that he missed, can I please use riposte?
You sure can.
Fantastic.
I don't know why this didn't work. The bite's not working for some reason.
Okay, so it's 1d8. Make another hit attack. It's obviously at one of the snake-like tendons. Oh, with a natural 1. Never mind. Fuck.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
No, that misses.
Yeah. Cool.
So, that is its turn done, as it's now grappling onto Captain Moore. Captain Moore cries out. And Benasis, it is now your turn. Elba on board. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Foundry at the moment. There's all sorts of minor issues, and again, it's still it's a beta, but we'll get around it.
Would have been interesting to study. And he's gonna charge up his infiltrator gauntlet, send some lightning at it.
Lightning away.
12 to hit.
That will miss.
Yep. He's like, and he's gonna firebolt with the other hand.
Roll to hit.
Oof. 12 again.
That will also miss. Both of them just shooting wide. Probably just narrowly missing Captain Moore as he's being pulled up towards this creature.
Damn it. And that'll be me.
Over you. Elba, you're up. X, you're on board.
I'm going to try to take my maul and hit the tentacle that's got Captain, see if I can get him to drop him.
Okay, make your attack.
Eek. 14.
That will hit.
Oh.
Only just, so it may not force him to drop Captain, but it definitely does hit him.
Okay, damage 11.
11. I will just make a quick roll here. Yeah, no, he does not drop Captain Moore. Manages to hang on to him.
I'm going to try hit it. Same tentacle again with the maul again.
No worries.
Oh, yes. 23.
23 does hit.
7 damage.
7 damage. We'll make another quick strength save here. Total damage 7. We'll say that he maybe loosens the grip but doesn't drop him. So
Okay.
your next strength save to get away, Captain Moore will have its DC reduced.
No, will be me.
That is your turn. Hex, you're up. Moriel, you're on board.
Hex moves out past Benessus, and as she moves past, she says, I'll have none of this. The chain of command was not followed. We gave no order. Captain was asking simply what to do. This creature has not harmed us. Telepathically, she will say to the creature, do what you wish. I will feed you when you are done with these whelps. Anyone who attacks you is your free game. And Fuzzy rolls along behind her,
No
following.
problem. So there's yours. You're going to move
is-
away and not do anything?
Correct.
Moriel. Steve on board.
Moriel is just going to cast Toll of the Dead again.
Worries. Roll to hit.
As a
Wisdom
saving
saving
throw.
it, yeah. Sorry, I forget things. 15.
It passes.
It takes no damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your turn.
That's all I can do for now.
Steve, you're up. Captain, you're on board.
As what do you call? Hexakara moves past him. He's just going to go cough. It's just as he's going for this, and then he's going to whip out that crossbow again and have another shot. With something too low to hit.
That definitely misses. Your crossbow bolt goes wide, not finding its target. Is that your turn, Steve?
I'm going to move to there.
Captain Moore, it is your turn.
He will attempt to break 3 of this tentacle.
Make a strength save, please.
With another natural 1.
Natural 1. You are struggling. You can't seem to move. Can't seem to get free. It's just too strong.
Okay, cool. I'm guessing that's all I can do, right?
I think with being grappled, speed becomes zero. The condition ends. The grapple's incapacitated condition also ends. You can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Doesn't say whether you can attack or not. I'd say you can attack, but it'd be a disadvantage.
Cool. Fantastic. I mean, yeah, he's probably going to draw his short sword out because it's easier to use than a long sword in this situation. Try and take 2 stabs and the tentacles just straight down. Okay.
So yeah, so
First
2 attacks
one.
at disadvantage.
First one is a 19.
At disadvantage?
Yep.
That hits.
Second one is a 18.
They both hit. Not bad with
Okay.
disadvantage.
First one is 9 damage. Second one is 6 damage. So a total of 15 damage into the tentacle that's wrapped.
15
His
damage.
short sword.
Seems to take you over. You can see it's got a few wounds on it now, but it's not letting you go. It's hanging on to you. And that is your turn because you can't move. You can't really do anything else. And it is now its turn. Now it's going to do something as it raises you up, Captain Moore, with its tentacle and slams you into Elba.
Ow.
So, Elba, I need you to... So, it slams creatures grappled by it into each other or a solid surface. Elba's a solid surface. So, I need you both to make a Constitution saving throw as Captain Moore has been slammed into Elba. Captain Moore with a 19. You succeed. You both succeed. So you take half of this damage. No, you take the full damage, but you don't become stunned. Half damage. So you both take 5 bludgeoning damage, but you are not stunned. So it manages to slam both of you into each other. It then lashes out with its other two attacks on you, Elba, with one of its other tentacles.
It has inspiration too.
Oh, does it? I don't think you can do that as a player.
Oh, damn it, I can't either.
You can't do this as a player. I won't accept that. 24 to hit Elba. So you'll take 7 points of bludgeoning and 3 points of piercing damage. So a total of 10 damage on that. And its final attack will miss you with a 12. So that is its turn. It's going to stay where it is. Otiga. Oh, there we go. Now it's got an inspire. Thank you, Auntie. Vanassus, you're up. Elba, you're on board.
Vanassus is just going to talk over his shoulder. Miss Heskara, I understand your misgivings about this, but surely your minions will be most prudent in any future endeavors you have in mind. Would you please? And then I'm just going to fire again
No
with
worries.
my firebolt.
She just replies, "It was not hostile."
So we had Captain Moore. You had a luck earlier. If you didn't see it,
Thank you to whoever did that. Thank you so much.
Mina.
Just
I think
roll.
it was Mina.
Both. So a 24 and a 23 to
They both
hit.
hit.
6 fire damage and 18 fire damage.
Nice. I will, with that amount of damage, I will make a strength save here. Oh, it's still hanging on to Captain Moore. It doesn't seem to want to let him go. Is that your turn, Vanassus?
Yes.
Elba, you're on board. Hicks, you're up after.
Hex is going to move back. I don't know where.
So, what, Elba, you're going to move?
Yeah.
So move yourself where you're going to move.
Go around there.
Okay, you will take an attack of opportunity from the creature as you move away from it.
Okay.
So I'm going to just make a quick bite attack, which I'll just roll a d20 because that bite's not working for some reason. So 9 plus 6, which is 15. Does that hit you?
No.
So it misses the attack on you as you step out of its range. You may continue your turn, sir.
And we'll use my crossbow because I'm out of pain.
Okay.
So I'm going to play it smart.
So you move away, and in moving, swap from your maul to your crossbow.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, that does hit.
With 3 damage.
It's better than nothing. 3 points of piercing damage as you draw your crossbow, as you retreat, fire and striking it in its body. Next up, is that your turn, Elba?
Yep.
Do you get 2 attacks in the action?
I can get to.
Yes, you do. So you can fire your crossbow twice. It's a light
I
crossbow.
wasn't quite sure because I moved.
Yeah, it's a light crossbow. You can. It's your part of your attack section, so you can fire it twice.
Okay, I'll try again then.
Yep.
Yeah, 6.
That'll definitely miss.
Yep.
So that second one goes slightly wide, but you still manage to get the shot off. Maybe as you were turning, you just not quite aiming quite right. Hex, are you going to continue to be a non-combatant in this situation?
Hearing Steve's snarky comment as she went past, she's going to grin to herself. And as she keeps moving, I'll just double check my spell. Oh, yes, she will do that. She's going to move her full distance. But as she moves, she's going to cast Calm Emotions on Steve. Steve needs to make a charisma save, or he is going to feel quite friendly with the Otyug.
6.
Steve, in your mind, you will feel a change of opinion. This creature now seems nice to you, and you don't know why everyone is attacking it. You will not attack it.
The only thing that breaks this DM is if the hostile creature attacks him or
Okay.
if the time passes, much like a charm.
Okay, so how long does it last?
Up to a minute.
Cool.
I'm concentrating on it now.
No problem. So that is Hex's turn.
Correct.
Moriel, you're on board. You're up. Steve, you're on board.
Morel is just going to cast Chill Touch.
No problem. It hits.
For a natural 20.
It definitely hits. So, what is the dice roll that you would normally roll for Chill Touch?
2d8.
So that'll be max damage on that. And you'll roll your 2d8. It's a cantrip, yeah?
It's a cantrip.
Yeah.
So 2d8.
So,
Sorry, I'll just have to re-roll because I noticed that it upped the the dice effect.
so we'll make it, so it's 16 plus whatever you roll.
Plus 10.
So 26 damage.
Now, if that creature is, what does it say? Hang on, gotta get rid of the thing. If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against myself until the end of
It
my
is not
next
classed as undead, but it does not matter. Moriel, would you describe the demise of the Otyugh as your Chill Touch releases from your hand?
Once again, the skeletal hand of Chill Touch reaches out to Otyugh and around his neck just slowly chokes the life out of it until it slumps to the ground.
Which it does so. As the creature's life is extinguished and it slumps helpless to the ground. Captain Morg, I'll get you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. Actually, yeah, Constitution saving throw. As this creature still had hold of you and it's now pretty much falling on top of you.
30-20.
You manage to not take too much damage. You take a further 5 with 5 points of bludgeoning damage as the weight of the creature slumps down on top of you. And you'll need to make a strength save or be assisted to get out from underneath him because you are now pinned.
So save 15.
Yeah, with a 15, you manage to sort of pull your way out. Very slowly, but the combat is now ended. The sound of the creature walking around, chewing on bits and pieces is now gone. And it's once again quiet in the chambers.
Steve's gonna yell, "No!" and run to it and wrap its arms around it. That's all I'm gonna do because I gotta go. The accent.
No worries. So, probably a good place because we have run a little bit over our normal break time. So, we will take a short 5 minutes break for wee-wees and drinkies. So, cheers for hanging on for that little bit of time, guys, until we completed that combat situation. So, chat, thank you very much for hanging out with us again tonight. Thank you for the anonymous gifted tier 1 sub to Magic the Gamer as well. Thank you very, very much. And Moody dropping a resub for 6 months also. And yeah, Nutty can make another copy if she wants. I'm pretty sure she probably would by now. The other one's probably long finished. But yeah, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be using the obviously the same BRB that we have being the Curse of Strahd. So we will be right back after this. What's up, Chad? Sorry about the technological difficulties. I'm not entirely sure what's happening. Could be a mod that's playing up, but we will get through it. We'll just do it this way for now. The players will see what they can see with walls and stuff. Unfortunately, unless I click on the players themselves, you guys won't get that view. But then you'll only see what each individual player sees as I click on them. So we'll just use DM view for now. But we'll sort it out. I'll spend the next week or so figuring out what's caused it and fixing it. Anywho, we will get back to our story. As you have rendered the Otyugh dead. Obviously, you guys don't know what an Otyugh is, but this creature has been killed. Steve runs up to the creature, cries "No!" as it dies under the influence of the spell cast by Hex. And we'll pick up about there.
I'm still under the spell of it.
I'd say for another 30 seconds or so, yes.
Say, you all killed it. Screw it, I'm out of here. Leave.
And as you get about halfway up that hallway, spell dissipates and ends, and you're a little confused. Does he know that it's been cast?
It works the same way as charm.
Same as
so
charm?
He knows he's had a spell cast on him. Yeah.
Does he know who cast it? Is the question.
Doesn't state he knows who. It just says it states he knows the spell's
Okay,
been cast.
so as far as you're aware, Steve, you know that this was an unnatural feeling. You're not entirely sure where it came from, however.
Yeah, it doesn't give any definition. So.
Cool. Yeah, we'll run it that way.
What the fuck? What's that all about?
Well, Hex is left. We should probably catch up. Are you okay, Captain Moore?
I'll be fine. Thank you, everyone, for taking care of that. It was a risk, and it was eating bodies. By the way, y'all have been paid to help me solve this. Hex hasn't. So if she wants to leave, let her. Screw her.
What do we actually know about Hex?
Nothing.
Sort of come back to the group.
Nothing besides she messes with your mind and can change her face.
I definitely know she messes her mind. Bloody bitch charmed me earlier.
Right, well, where is she now? She's gone, right? In our time of need, when we worked together, she left. So what does that say? Is she with us? No.
We should take care of her.
We should take care of what?
Like,
I mean,
you may certainly try.
That's
If she can warp your mind, what else do you think Hex will be able to do?
Anyway, Captain Moore, if you don't mind, I can help your wounds a little bit. If you don't mind, and Vanassus will come over and pump a first level cure wounds into the captain.
No
Captain
problem.
Crunch. 7 healing damage.
7 healing damage.
Now,
all
I
I'm
don't know
saying-
about you, but we've been here for a long time. I don't know how fatigued we're starting to get. You need to be wary of this.
As you bring it up, Muriel, make a insight roll for me.
14.
You know that you guys left relatively early in the morning, early-ish. You took about an hour or so to get to the ruins, and you have been down here for quite some time. You're not sure exactly what time of day it is. You know you've been here several hours by now, and you guys would know your own bodies. At that remark, I would say probably all of you, except for obviously Hex, who's not here right now, would probably think, yeah, no, it must be getting late. I'm feeling a little tired.
You are correct once again, Moriel. I believe it's probably best if we do look at a place to rest. Here, where it's reasonably closed off, where there's no entrances or exits, or if we can just look at one point of entry and exit. And Steve, whilst I don't condone outright killing people, I do believe in the judicial system and law. Just keep in mind that this hex creature is a person that can mess with your mind, can change their shape. Y'all have been sent on behalf of the Lord to do this, to help me. She has not. Keep that in mind.
Didn't you offer to kill me a couple rooms back?
I said if you have a problem with me, we can step outside, and I still stand by that. But if you want to work together, I'm all yours.
I just want to let you know that when you told me that if I didn't want to be here, I can leave, that was where my contract ended.
That's fine.
The only reason I'm here is because I want to be.
But that is fine. If you want to be here and if you want to work together, that is great. I believe we've had this discussion. But if you don't, you can leave. That's simple. And then you don't get paid. There you go.
No, I'll get paid. It's the fact that you were the one that violates the contract if you've told me to leave.
I think you're twisting my words, boy.
Nope.
And Vanessa will interrupt. There's the rooms up the corridor, the beds, like a little bit singed and possibly full of corpses. But it might be a safe place to stay if we need.
What about the storeroom that we just passed? It's close to where we already been.
Look at this room. There's a nice comfy big bed over there. A little bit smelly.
I mean,
I
I'm
agree,
right
we
at
should go
home.
back to the
So.
storage room.
As they're talking to him, Hicks is already headed, and if you're happy, I'm just
Yep.
going to move her. She's already headed back to the room where she was scorched to the dudes in the beds. And as she sort of gets to the doors of the storeroom, she realizes that's actually probably a better place than the bedroom, and she's hunkering down in there for a rest.
Do you close the doors behind you?
She does, if I can. Oh, it looks
Yep,
like
you should be able to close them. Yep. No
and
problem.
she puts Fuzzy by the doors. Which way do the doors open? Inwards, you said, eh?
Inwards, yeah. All the doors open into the rooms.
So if anyone opens a door, Fuzzy will get knocked and she will know.
Cool. No problem. So
Hopefully.
that's awesome. Anything else you'd wish to achieve before the rest of the group do their thing?
Yeah, she would telepathically put out to Moriel.
Can she do that without seeing him?
That's a good question, actually. I should double check that. She doesn't need to see him because I also have sending.
Cool. No worries.
So I'll check telepathic speech first. Yeah, so telepathic speech has to be seen. So I'll use sending to
No
Moriel this time.
problem.
And I'll say, Moriel, I am tired. Need to sleep. I am in the storeroom. I have shut the door. If you wish to bring the others who are of our frame of mind, that is fine. I will have nothing to do with anyone who wishes to disobey orders, or at least not discuss them properly. You know where to find me. And that's the end of your message to him. I believe he can reply.
Can reply, and he does not need to speak it to reply.
I've already suggested the storeroom for everybody. That is up to you how you handle.
Then everybody had better Get on the same page. General, we shall see to it, shall we? Maybe they need a stern talking to. She moves Fuzzy away from the door, back to her side.
Okay. So is there anything further the group would like to discuss as they move towards the storeroom?
Vanassus is going to go back and get some blood and flesh from the creature. It's a
Okay.
shame I couldn't study you in life, but like, I just sort of like,
Roll a nature check
Yeah.
for me.
oh,
Because you've never seen this creature before. I mean, you'd be able to get some blood and stuff, but just roll a nature check for me.
18.
Yeah, its blood is a much deeper red than most humanoids that you've come across. Its flesh is kind of gummy, like it's kind of weird. Like it's not unlike pork flesh, quite pale in its color, but it's really, as you sort of cut and take a piece away, it's almost sticky to the touch, which is kind of odd. Tentacles. One of the tentacles probably interests you as well, just the look of it, and looks like it's got musculature and clawage in the end.
So he'd probably take a little bit longer than he'd like, and then realize that everyone wants to be courteous and go
No
with the
worries.
group.
I'll get you guys to move yourselves to the storeroom. Unless you want me to just drag you all there, I'll make it easier.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Steve's going to be like, do we really want to sleep in the same room as something that can get into our mind?
Give me a second, guys. I'll just drag you all as a group.
You wouldn't even know they're in that room.
Doink. Right, now you can put yourselves in a position in that room where you think you would be hunkering down. What did you say there, Steve?
Before we get there, I'll just be like, do we really want to sleep in the same room as something that can quite literally get into our minds and control us?
Well,
If no one's going to say anything, I'm not. See you later.
Are you saying this in the room or before we get into the room?
Before we get to the room.
that's what I'm saying. Before we
Yeah.
get to the room, you wouldn't know that Hex is in the storeroom.
No, I'd say, do we really want to sleep in the same room as a person who can get into our minds? Assuming that X is going to be wherever we go.
I mean, we could talk about it with her. Maybe I don't think she's done that to me. Don't.
She didn't help us fight. She sort of fucked up.
But on the same token, understand where Hex is coming from. A decision was made without the group's approval,
I'd already attacked
which
her.
has been happening many times since we have arrived. Whether you like these people or not, we're here for a job, and the way we're acting is going to get us killed.
We could use your help, Steve, but if you feel like you should be somewhere else, then I don't think any of us would blame you if you left.
Sweet. Sounds like permission to me. See you later.
Can I get my... Never mind.
So, Steve, you leave? Are you leaving the ruin?
Yep, I'm going to leave the whole room. I think it's what he'd do.
Okay. So, before you go too far, we'll get you way back over here. As you make your way out of the corridor and head back, does anyone attempt to follow Steve? Or do you just let him go?
I'll follow.
Just as a query, guys, because you were talking about this before you got into the room.
Yep.
So, do you guys enter the room as Steve carries on,
Steve
Yes.
wouldn't enter the room.
or is it? Yeah. So Steve goes past the room, does he?
I'd say Steve would never have. If they were having that conversation coming to the storage room, once the doors were open and he realised Hex was there, the conversation probably would have ended and he probably would have carried on.
So she's not going to follow him.
No. So, Alba, you're going to follow Steve?
Yep.
I will move you at this point. We'll just pause this from now. So we'll put you up here with Steve. You'll
Just-
start chasing him down.
Just as Alba's about to leave, the captain would just say something and pass him to Alba.
Yep.
And he'd just say, "Look, you're all right, okay? As I've mentioned before, you're of your right mind to leave if you choose to. You're under
I'm not
contract,
leaving. I'm not leaving.
Okay.
I'm trying to get him back.
but just keep in mind, if that's his choice, that's his choice. But if you can, get my crossbow back. That'd be great."
I just nod and walk forward.
So, Alba, as you... Steve's got a little bit of a head start on you, so he's probably about a good 20 or 30 feet in front of you. Do you call out to him as you follow up the corridor, although this sort of carved corridor?
Yeah. Oi, Steve.
Hey, JJ Blue Dragon. How are you?
So, do you let him catch up?
Yeah. I'll stop at that corner where we are.
Okay, so as you catch up to him, Alba, Steve stops and turns, and we'll turn it over to you guys.
Look, I agree with you. I don't like Hex. And I'm sorry that I'm the one that made that call. I attacked him. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's charmed me before that. And I know he has. She, whatever.
Totally agree. She's using her power as a gangster. She's here for herself, in my eyes. She's power hungry. But we need you. Why don't we just stick together and watch her together, and we'll make a move ourselves if we need to.
She seems to be very, and I hate to say it, strong, and is pretending she's not, but is also very arrogant. And I just don't flow that way.
I agree. But same time, she helped me get some bowls. She pissed me off enough, and now I don't give a fuck about anything. I don't give a fuck if I die anything. So she's got some sort of charm, pun intended.
Yeah. Just don't like that sort of person. Whatever she is.
I don't either.
So always controlling, always name calling, always self-important.
Power hungry. She's power hungry. She wants to lead this thing. That's what I think she's here for. Not because, as the captain said, she's not getting paid. She's here for the power. But if we can help it, maybe we can take that power away from her. As I said, just between us, if we can, we'll try to slow her down. Just keep an eye on her. I don't trust her, but if I can have a friend here that can help me, it'd be a lot better.
Steve's gonna reach out and put his hand on JJ's shoulder, Alba's shoulder, and say, "All right, okay, it's all right. I'm just between her and Haddock, the captain, Morgan. Yeah, sorry, just angry. I'll
Nah,
try to cover your back."
Okay. And you'll put his hand out to shake his hand. Well, whatever he's got. His poor thing.
He does have hands. He just
There we
doesn't
go.
have feet. He's got elephant feet.
Go out. I'll put my hand out for a shake.
Yeah. Steve will take his hand and shake it.
Right.
Ready to go back then?
Okay, I'm still concerned about sleeping in that room with them.
Okay. Maybe we sleep somewhere else. Watch each
Well,
other's backs.
Yeah, we could sleep in the other room with the beds. I know a great spell that will stop anything from entering the room.
Let's do it then.
Everyone else won't know where we are.
Guess we'll just start walking back to the bedroom.
So you're going to move into the bedroom?
Yep.
I'll move you there. We can put you on a bed each. Yeah. One little scorched.
He's gonna close the doors, and Steve is gonna lie down behind the door. So there's effectively 500
500 down door bar. Okay, so we'll leave that there. We'll leave you guys there for a moment, and we'll move back to the storeroom. So the guys in the storeroom, after is there anything you guys wish to discuss? After about half an hour, 40 minutes or so, neither Albert nor Steve return.
So, are you happy with yourselves? I see the main culprit's not here.
Hicks, I'm going to speak very bluntly and very plainly.
Do
Why
so.
are you here?
I am here to help.
What do you want?
I am here to help your town. I heard Dusk Hollow had issues, and I thought it was a good place for me to earn a badge.
Okay. These here men are sent by the Lord to help, and they've been paid to do a job. You have not.
Wonderful. That's correct. I'm doing this of my own volition. They are getting
Fantastic.
paid, and yet they suck.
Okay.
No offense to the people in this room. You are doing fine.
No, I understand. What I will say next. Make this very loud and clear for you. If in any way you hinder this mission, this investigation, I will see to it that you are brought to justice. Is that clear?
Captain Moore, let me be clear with you. And she changes her face. Horns rise up out of her head and her eyes glow deep red, and she says, "That creature did nothing to harm us. If I came into your city and slain someone who said they were hungry, what would you do to me?"
That's a neat party trick.
Do you want to see more?
I don't think you want to see mine.
I like you, Captain Moore. But don't try your luck. How many soldiers did I put down in the bedroom?
I don't really care. You don't know how many soldiers I've put down in the past either.
I imagine the amount of soldiers you put down in the bedroom would be similar to mine. Right, Muriel? She switches back.
There's a big difference between someone coming into a town and just simply being hungry. And you feed them, and you do what's right. That creature, be it whatever you think, was eating human bodies. People.
Oh dear, we better kill every worm in the graveyard.
If it was a giant worm eating townsfolk, then yeah, I would. Because that's
So-
my duty to protect citizens and people, such as yourself.
It's no different to us eating the meat of an animal. It is just trying to survive.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But again, nonetheless, it was a risk. One of our members, be it maybe jumped the gun a little bit, I will admit. We were discussing. He jumped the gun. I will admit to it. But we need to have each other's backs. Everyone else did. You didn't. Hex.
I will not be a party to a murder, and I apologize if that. No, I don't apologize. If it killed you, I would feel a little bad because of the ones who are not idiots. And she looks at Moriel and Benassis, and then back to you more, and she says, and I was beginning to like you. You are strong, strong-willed, and I like this bluntness. Steve needs to be put in his place. He does not listen, he does not wish to follow. Alba is new at this. We need to guide him. But if they cannot follow simple orders, what use are they?
See, this is where I'm conflicted because I actually agree with half of the shit that comes out of her mouth. And I wish I didn't. I really wish I didn't because I don't like it. I don't know why. But you're making sense.
In the doorway where we entered, and you said, your words, we all must be a team. We have all worked as a team. Except Steve.
I agree. I agree. I do agree with what you're saying. And I do believe, again, I've had some choice words with Steve and got a little heated.
That's
I'm
fair.
hoping that he may come around. Or if he doesn't, he can leave.
I can make him come around.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's one of the problems. I understand that you can manipulate minds with your magic. I think it's setting a little dissonance in the team, and we've all got our own principles and things, but possibly if you could perhaps avoid messing with the minds of the people here to help you.
That is fair. I will not touch the minds of our team unless permission is given. How is that?
Sounds amenable.
Wait,
We haven't
whose
agreed.
permission?
Well, your permission. If I can. Moriel will agree, I guess. I can speak into minds so that commands can't be heard directly. I can communicate.
Okay, I'm so okay, all right. You know what? Okay. I don't like you, and I don't know why, but I just don't. There's just something about but yes, okay, fantastic. We kind of got a base level of those two haven't come back. I need to find not Steve, he's gone, but the other one, the blue one, Alba. He said he was coming back. He hasn't. I need to find my fucking crossbow. I need to go clear my head. I'll be back.
Tell Alba, he's an impressive warrior, and he needs to be. Well, he's getting better. If he comes back and is a bit more like he has been, he is very useful. Tell him we need him. I don't need him, but make him feel needed.
He's growing. I will admit he's young, but he's getting the hang of it, and he's doing well. Just okay. Try not to, I don't know, scare Benassis whilst I'm gone.
Captain, take this just in case, and Benassis will give you his crossbow and his bolts. I've got far better weapons than that, just in case something happens on the way.
Is it a light crossbow or heavy crossbow?
Thank you.
A light or heavy crossbow?
Mine is
just so we're clear.
a light one.
Okay, so light crossbow and 20 bolts. So, Captain Moore, are you going to make your way out looking for Alba?
Yes.
You won't be able to move. We won't worry about moving at this point.
That's fine.
We'll keep it theory of the mind for the time being. So, as you head out the corridor. Everything seems quiet enough. You've heard some odd noises here and there, which have become almost commonplace since you've been here. Just the strange sounds, sometimes footsteps just echoing through this place. You're sure these people here somewhere. These other things definitely here. It's a big place. You move down, back out to the main corridor. In fact, I will move you out there myself. So you're back out to here where you came in, and as you sort of step out, you notice these doors, which you guys had left open, are closed. Look down the corridor and you can't see Alba or Steve at all.
Yeah, the captain would just have his long sword just prepped and drawn at the ready, light crossbow on the other hand. And yeah, he would immediately just try and check on the doors, the first doors, and then move along until he.
So you'd try and open them?
Just yeah, he would. Yeah, just slightly.
I'll lock them. You can try and open them and literally click on them because they'll rattle. As you try and open the door, something. It's not locked, but there's something behind it. You can't seem to push it open. Steve, you would feel. I mean, you're not asleep yet. You guys are probably still talking, maybe, or just sitting resting. But you feel the doors sort of try and move as you're lying or sitting in front of them. Do you do or say anything?
Doors are moving. I wonder what that is. I'm just gonna call out friend or foe.
Captain.
Everyone's gonna repeat that. Friend or foe?
Again, Captain.
Okay, Captain. I know you're the captain, but you're a friend or you're fucking foe.
Whoa, language, young one. Jeez, would you open this goddamn door?
Minion or soldier?
I am no minion and I'm no soldier. I'm a captain, as I've said for the third time. Open this door, please.
Steve's gonna stand up. Yep, that's him, all right. And then stand up and open the door. Oh, Captain, how are you?
Oh, gentlemen, lovely to see that you've made it. God, what the hell has happened in... Are these beds burnt? What?
And there are still bodies in like the bunks, and there's 4 corpses in this room too, which were left here earlier.
God, it smells like pork. Jesus.
Sorry.
Steve, okay. Didn't expect to find... It's good to... nonetheless, it's good to see that you're still here. Alba? I'm gonna call you Alba, unless you don't mind if I call you Sparky. It's a, again, term of endearment. If you don't like it, I'm trying to play nice and do this whole, I'm used to just issuing orders. Gentlemen, just level with me real quick. I understand. You're not part of my regiment. I get it. You're not underneath me. We're equals. I'm not used to being equals with people. I just, I issue commands. People do it. They follow. I got terms of endearment. I call you Sparky. I call you Magic Mike, Dumbo, Gecko, Scales. But it's all in jest as like a morale boosting thing. Okay? Can we just get that through? I'm not against you, believe it or not.
If I'm honest, I like the name Twinkle Toes better. And he looks down at his feet and says, "Because I don't have toes."
Okay, Twinkle Toes. There we go. Definitely noted. Twinkle Toes. Y'all can call me Captain. Okay.
But are you the captain? Seems like your new friend Hex is taking over this.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember the first thing that I said to you when we were venturing through the forest on the way here to the ruins?
Yeah, and it looks like you're the ones getting stuck with Hex, not me.
No. I said that we need help. I said that I'm grateful. But I also said that this is the type of person that can mess with your mind, and I said to be on guard.
Where's
Do
your
I,
guard then?
do I seem like I'm not on guard?
Not really. Looks like she's getting more and more on your head more than mine. Oh, my friend over here, Steve's.
All right, I don't think so. I mean, I'm again playing nice because again, you're helping. They're all helping to get through this, okay? Until such time, I'd have protocol. Until such time as she actively does something to hinder or endanger any one of us, that's when I flick the switch. I'm not friends. I don't trust the one bit. Never have, never will, probably. Okay? I understand why you guys are here. You're sent from higher power. I get it. You're doing it for a job. This person has shown up a couple of weeks into the attacks on the town, acting a little strange, a little weird, and things have just gotten worse. Okay? So, I'm asking you, I'm asking all of you, and I've had a chat to them as well, if we can somehow, as a collective, use each other to get this solved, to get this fixed, and then we can all go home. You can, I mean, Steve, you can go to your brothel, you can strip off your Velcro whatevers and dance around in your whatever the hell that thing is. Alba, you can, I don't know what you do. You can breathe your breath on stuff, and it'll be great. Okay, but keep infighting. The enemy is gonna have an advantage on us because we're not working together. Okay, had a chat to Hex. She is upset that one of us. I'm not gonna point fingers. No one's fault. One of us jumped the gun when we were talking. Okay, fair enough.
Because we're sitting there twiddling our fucking thumbs, mate.
Yep.
What happens if they came up to us and attacked us?
Okay,
Your little
yeah.
friend wanted to make a fucking pet.
I see where you're coming from. I didn't want to leave it there, but I wanted a group collective because if we move as a unit, an ensemble, not separately. Divided, we fall. Together, we stand. Rome wasn't built in a day. What's Rome? I don't know. It's a place. I just made it up in my head. Shit.
You don't think that Hex is behind all of this, and she's just sort of leading us to our death?
I
I
mean,
mean, let's face it, she didn't want to kill the last beast. She didn't even enter the room with the ghost before that. Just saying.
okay. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking what I've been thinking. Okay. I've been thinking this. I have. I'm on your page. I'm hearing what you're saying. I really am. But there's also a saying that to keep your friends close and your enemies even closer, right? So if we keep an eye on her, okay, and she does turn, that's when we strike. That's when we deal with the situation. If we don't know what she's doing, if she has free reign away from us, that's scary. That's dangerous. Remember that stealth tactic I was trying to get us all to do and just failed? Similar thing. We can't see what she's about to do, so we need to keep our minds and our wits open. We need to keep her close, and with this, we need to work together. We need to be aware of what she can do.
If she can get into our minds, then how are we supposed to keep our minds on her if she's already in them?
I don't know. I really don't know. We can try and, if you feel like she's done it, we can have a 3-strike rule, 3 strikes and you're out sort of thing, because she's not part of us. I can chain her up, I can arrest her, I can drag her out, There's more of us than there are her, okay? But right now, you two stand by yourselves whilst the rest of us are over there Not safe. This is not a good idea. We need to be together. Again, remember? Friends close, enemies even closer. So what do you say? Come on, let's go back. Let's go back. Come on, boys.
What do you think, Steve?
He makes a good point, but I still don't like it.
I don't like it either, but we got no other choice.
Yeah, look, I think Steve's right. We'll stay here. We're two big men. We can look after ourselves. We'll catch up next morning. I don't trust her while I'm sleeping.
Okay, all right.
I
Okay,
think Steve agrees.
all
Agree.
right. Okay. That is your choice. Just, if you don't awake in the morning because you're dead, don't blame me. I tried. And I mean that, I don't mean that hard. That sounded harsh. I don't mean it like that. I just mean it in a way that, fuck, I'm not good with, you know what? I'm just going. Okay, I'm going back. Y'all have fun.
So
I don't
with
know, Albert, that sounded a bit like a threat to me.
It's not a threat. I'm not. Jesus.
Yeah, maybe once he's dead, he wants us to stay here. He's just talking shit.
What?
Maybe he's already under Red Spandex's control, and maybe he is actually Red Spandex.
Maybe.
I mean, he definitely sounds like him, but
I'm done with this conversation, boys. I'm done. Okay, I've
Maybe-
said my piece. We've spoken enough about it. We just need
Maybe
to work
we'll-
together, collectively. Okay?
maybe we'll open up these doors and there'll be a legion of bloody undead things all waiting for us, and you'll just be like, "Oh, go catch them, my pretty."
Well, that's why I said for you that. You know what? That's okay. All right, that's fine. I'm leaving this door. Will you move? Are you out of the way? I'm opening it. I'm gone. I can't. Okay, it's paused. Thank you. Yeah, I'm leaving.
So do you let him leave? Captain Moore's had it. He leaves the room and starts heading back down the hallway. Do you guys stay in this room or do you follow?
What do you want
Stay.
to do, Alpha? Stay? Okay, we'll stay. Shut the door, sit down behind the door.
Down behind it again. So Captain Moore, you head back here and back into the room. Before you get back to the room, we'll switch over to the storeroom briefly. And Bernasis, Moriel, and Hex, you were left in the storeroom on your own for maybe half hour or so before Captain Moore returns. Is there anything you guys wish to discuss while it is just the three of you?
How are we supposed to complete this job?
Good question.
When we're not even worthy of being here?
Yeah, it's not going very well, is it?
No, it's not. And I'll be upfront. I'm tired. I'm tired of this bickering. I am tired of everybody thinking that they know better. Because the next time someone puts my life in danger, I might not be there to save them. I'm not afraid to die. In fact, death is what I deal with all the time. But you stop me or get in my way, there's a lot more to me than meets the eye.
Oh yeah.
So I want to work with everybody here. I may have questionable tactics, I might have questionable reasons, but there's always a reason and always a plan.
As Moriel speaks, tone changes, as you've heard, and that shadow that you've seen starts to seep and seethe from his aura and slowly dissipates as he stops speaking.
Well, Moriel, what do you suggest? I'm all ears.
Panassus, why did you give me that scroll?
Seemed to be more your sort of thing.
But you could have easily kept that for yourself. Why?
Just taking things for myself. It's not in my nature.
Does Hexakara believe that?
Roll insight.
$17.
Bernassus being truthful.
Yeah. It's not in his nature. That's why I tried to give all the money to everyone else.
Did he not keep something for himself and not mention anything to the others?
The health potions?
He did keep the gold initially, but then he offered it to everyone.
He offered the gold, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
And the
he
health-
did.
I've got the health
Yeah,
potions.
the health potions he hung on to. But
Right, he's bound.
I don't think it wasn't intentionally to deceive anyone. So he's being truthful, what he says.
Good, that's all she was just reading into him.
I can't say
No.
I understand your motivations, either of you, but if we're to the same end, then maybe it doesn't matter.
Someone has to lead. Nothing works unless one person gives orders. Otherwise, you get what we had back there. Wayward actions cause damage, do they not, Moriel?
Actions, words, it all doesn't matter. It all means the same thing. But if there's no one to listen to, then we're all going to die. I'm not saying the captain is not doing his job. I'm not saying Benassis, you're not doing your job. I'm not saying anyone is not doing their job. But the fact of the matter is, we're just not working. Now, I'm here to do a job. I want to complete my job. Because I have high power to answer to. And I'm sure if a report gets to him, he would be displeased at the going on. And I prefer to keep my head on my body because I have a lot more to do when I'm done here.
Indeed. As you speak these words, Marielle, you and Bernassus, you'd probably know this as well. The Lord that you work for pays you very well. You've only been working for him for a short time, but he's definitely not a man to be trifled with. He is extremely influential and powerful, and has very powerful friends. It's not that he commands fear or anything like that, but he's definitely when you started in his employ, you understood that sometimes he gets a little carried away if he is disappointed or someone doesn't complete the job that's been given to them. So the words that Morel speaks definitely ring true for you as well.
correct. Maybe as far as leadership goes, for the cohesion of the group, Captain Moore is the right choice.
Is he?
Maybe a vote needs to be had. I
Don't get
will
me
follow.
wrong. He's a captain. His interest is in his town. But he is right. We need to work as a team. And I, for one, will step up if I have to.
I will follow you, Muriel. You seem good for the part. I do not mind following if I have to. I prefer to lead, but I know when these creatures aren't following orders that they must want to listen to a different type of instruction. That is fair. I will pledge my allegiance to you when the captain gets back.
It'd be about this point that Captain Moore, you return to the storeroom.
You did evil.
Oh crap! And it's at this point the captain returns and steps back into the storeroom. You would not have been privy to any of that conversation. She would have come in right at the end of it there.
You probably see instantly that the captain is just trying to breathe through just hidden rage underneath just his skin. It would just be a clear as day expression, but he's trying to be as calm and collected as possible.
No luck with the others, Captain?
Nope. They're great. They're just gonna. You know what? That's okay. That's fine. It's how we all doing here. We good? Everyone all right? No one injured?
Moriel reaches into his backpack, pulls out a bottle of wine, and just tosses it to the captain.
The captain's gonna grab the wine and say, "Master,
Should I make you roll to catch it?" No,
Up to you.
I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah.
It'll be funny,
It's gonna-
but
Yeah, it's completely up to you."
no, you're good.
Yeah. He's gonna catch it and he's gonna say, "You know what? I thank you for the sentiment, but I need to keep my wits about me. How about once this is all over, I will share this with you and the rest of y'all. But for right now, probably not the best idea." He's gonna hand it back to you.
Captain Moore,
Yes, Hex.
as you have been searching for the others, we have been discussing. It seems my leadership hasn't been taken too well. We've been discussing that maybe someone else should lead. I am happy to stand down from the position and follow the orders of Moriel.
Cap's just gonna look at Moriel. Just look at Moriel. And then look at Benassis. Then look back to Moriel. Okay, you know what? Fine. All right, whatever. That's great. Fantastic. It's great. Good to know.
It's
I'm
not
happy.
that we don't appreciate what you're trying to do. We're just maybe thinking that a different voice may be heard.
Hey, look. It's gonna get everyone working together. I don't care. I really don't.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I grind people the wrong way. It is not my intention. It's just that I lead differently than others.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were trying to lead as such. But I mean, yeah, that was the whole conversation about the minion thing. But you know what? I'm glad that you have decided to follow Mariel. Mariel, for all intents and purposes, the group of everyone here has been sent from high power. So if you want to lead, I will follow. I don't care. Rally the troops. I'm under your command.
So as you said, we will work together, and your advisements would be very much appreciated.
Do you tell them where the others are and are staying, or did it's not explain to them where they were?
No, I haven't. I just said that they're okay and they're doing, everything's fine.
Making sure.
So I take it our friends are not joining us.
You know what, Mario? Maybe your words will be better than mine. I tried. They're just, yeah, they're just two very different peas in a very different pod than what we are.
Are
Captain,
they safe and secure?
Yes, they are. It seems like there's only one exit and entry. They are in the bunks of the. Y'all realize that there's roasted corpses on those bunks? It smells just.
I think that involuntary giggle from Baz would translate over to Hex as well.
Exactly.
I take it that's what you did. Okay. All right. Yep. That's where they are.
Is there anything else you guys wish to discuss before we close off tonight's session?
Hicks would just say one last thing to the captain, and someone else can take up after her. Captain, you seem agitated, irritated, and angry. I can fix that with your permission.
No, thank you, Hex. I appreciate it very much, but no, I'm good.
Understood. And she sort of sits down on what small bedroll she has to go to sleep. She doesn't care for bedding and mattresses.
No worries.
Hard floor is no problem.
Yeah, the captain will then just turn to Moriel and say, if it is okay with you, I will be first watch. I need to collect my thoughts.
Very well.
So,
Anyone else going to watch?
Yeah, you'll need at least. Everyone in the room would have to take a watch to get a full night's sleep for everyone.
I will take the last watch. It's kind of my favorite time.
Muriel, my lord, when would you like me to take a watch?
Why don't you take second?
Second it is.
Manassas can take third.
Affirmative. It
We
shall be done.
agree.
Oh, yes, I agree.
Okay.
So with that sorted, you sort yourselves. Captain, you settle yourself in to take first watch. The door is closed, and the rest of you sort yourselves out, ready to sleep. Switch just back over to these other two for a moment. Are you guys going to organise a watch between yourselves, or are you just going to lie in front of the door and hope for the best?
I was just going to lie in front of the door and hope for the best.
If that's what you've decided, that's awesome. It's completely up to you guys.
Happy with that.
Yep. So, Elba, you at one of these beds. Probably this one's probably the only one that's not so scorched. Doesn't have a body in it, so it's rather comfortable. You do have to remove your armor to sleep, so be aware of that. So obviously, if anything does happen during the night, you won't have your armor on, so your AC will be lower. But you bed down for the evening. You start to drift off. Steve, you lie down in front of the door. Put your butt and back against the door as hard as you can. It's not comfortable, but you're not too concerned. And eventually you both drift off to sleep also. Captain Moore, before we finish up, I would need you to roll a perception check for me, please. As you are probably concentrating on just trying to hear anything going on in these halls.
That's a 13, but I think I will, if it's alright with you, use the luck to re-roll that.
It is up to you.
I definitely will. Oh, thank God. 18.
18. So as you sit waiting and watching. Maybe an hour or so goes by. The others drift off to sleep. And you do hear footsteps in the distance. It's very faint, but it's multiple footsteps. Sounds like maybe could be half a dozen people, not sure, but they are deliberate. They seem to move. You're not sure where it's coming from. I mean, unless you could probably even poke your head out the door quietly if you wish, but it doesn't seem overly close. It doesn't seem like it may be in this corridor, but it's somewhere in this complex. And they walk for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. You hear it, and then you hear it sort of go louder slightly, and then it fades and disappears. This happens maybe a couple of times in that hour. And that's where we'll finish tonight's session. And we'll pick up there next week. Not next week, the week after, because next week I'm not here. But that is the end of tonight's session, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I do one little thing before we finish off?
You can. What would you like to do? 100%.
As Moriel puts down his bedroll, he gets ready and whatnot. And as he bends down, he feels a sharp pain from where he was hit by the undead frost giant.
Yes.
And he thinks about that for a moment. And then closes his eyes for a moment, knowing that's not quite right. And then unarmors himself and tries to get comfortable.
No worries.
And then slowly goes to sleep.
Not a problem. Duly noted. So, as per usual, ladies and gentlemen, we will go around our cast here and get some moments from tonight quickly before we end and move on. Chat, if you have any moments as well, don't forget to @Evldoa and chuck it in the chat so we can read it out. If you would like to find someone to raid, let me know in the chat as well. I'll let the community choose the person we raid tonight. So if you've got someone that you would like to see us raid, chuck it in the chat also. So, we will start with Mr. Bernassus, the Aarakocra. Mr. Grimm, a moment from you, please.
Particularly Captain Moore and sort of the trying to balance the party, but what really got me is the way Cam says "way." It just cracked me up. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. Just the mannerisms and the inflection and speech.
Your way.
Way. And just him trying to balance like these two parts of the team that are sort of shifting. It's really good.
No worries. Mr. JJ, aka Elba the Dragonborn.
Probably Drax acting out how he was upset about the creature dying. I thought that was really well done.
Definitely. Anything else, or is that it for you?
That's all I can think of at the moment, yeah.
No worries. Mr. Moriel, aka Magic the Gamer.
I am going to give big credit to JJ. I think him overall tonight for those who have been D&Ding with JJ for a while, he slowly is getting out of his shell. And I think tonight was a massive step for him as a role player and a D&D player. So while I don't have anything particular for tonight, I just want to give that credit to JJ because I think he needs to know that was absolutely well done.
Oh, 100%.
So, good on you, JJ. Well done, mate. Keep it up.
Yeah, I will reiterate that just briefly. Yeah, tonight Elba was very much in the forefront and had his moment and became a big part of the role play, which is absolutely amazing, JJ. So well done. Miss Hexakara, aka Orbasm.
So before I get into mine, I want to back that as well. I thought JJ did awesome with Alba, chatting with Steve and just having that good conversation. Drax doing the same, between the two of them, they were doing really good RP. It's just tough they chose the wrong side and are going to die for it. But nonetheless, so two things. One, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on in this. And the first thing is you guys cannot see how much grinning I am doing behind the Hexacara mask.
Oh, it does come
It's
through.
so good. It does come through.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
does
probably
come
not as
through. It's
much.
great.
But Alba fighting makes a hit with the maul and misses, swaps to hand to hand and nat 20. That was
Natural 20
really
with
cool.
the unarmed strike, yeah.
It was just a good story part there, and I sort of got a little bit for everyone here. I don't want to take too much away from everything, but basically just Captain Moore whipping out the old magic mic for Steve. Moriel, minor illusion chat bubble, and then lifting the bodies to feed the creature with levitate. Awesome. And then Steve yelling out no and running to the RTR guy. I agree with that. That was awesome. So, thanks, guys.
No
It's good night.
worries.
Really good night.
Drax, aka Steve. Twinkle Toes.
You had a few there. Many have been mentioned already. Hex's demon mask, and it just sort of does that, and the captain's just like, "Yep, sweet ass," keeps talking to him like he's not a flippin' demon right in front of him. It's like, okay, sweet ass.
I think the captain's gotten used to the changing of faces by now. So.
Hex saying we better kill all the worms in the graveyard because they kill people, because they're eating people. The captain's peas in the pod reference, that cracked me up. And Hex is giggling at the thoughts of what happened to the people in the bunker. So yeah,
it made sense.
there are a bunch of others as well, but they'll be mentioned. So.
No worries. And Captain Moore, aka Roasting Chicken.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, there's a whole bunch. First of all, at Banassus and just wanting to study these weird zombified creatures. I'm like, that's odd. But the characterizations, I thoroughly enjoy Banassus, this Aarakocra running around. I've kind of got this weird pseudo Batman image, but like feathered Batman sort of thing going on, and a mad scientist. But also Moriel, as well as, again, cutting through the weird animosity that's, the captain struggling to try and deal with, and then Moriel just going, I'm going to do this. I'm going to fix this. It's fixed. There we go. Like, especially towards the end. I think that was really, really fucking cool. Especially just the descriptions of when he's just talking and getting more animated and how that is visibly being shown. And then, JJ just kind of getting sick of like his character, Alba getting sick of shit. That was really, really cool. Jumping the gun and going from someone who would hide behind a table to fuck it, just hit it. I'm so sick of just talking about shit. Let's just do
Definitely.
it. Even Drax, Drax's good RP moment with JJ. I really, really thoroughly enjoyed that, and just working through, the right intentions between that. It's just a cool moment, just cool RP across the board from everyone.
Yeah, definitely. For me, obviously, I think I was a little concerned that Steve was just going to leave the ruins. Like, okay, is no one going to stop him, or what's happening here? So I thought we'll better back this up a little bit and just make sure that we're going to see what's going to happen.
I had every intention.
Yeah, no, I fully got that, and I was thinking, that's cool. I mean, it's a mini campaign. We can definitely deal with that. But I thought, well, no, we'll see what's going to happen. See if anyone's going to do anything, and give someone an opportunity to maybe try and convince Steve to come back. And I didn't expect Alba to do it. So again, this is where I wanted to definitely commend you, JJ, on taking that opportunity to go after a character and go, hey, wait a minute, let's talk this out. And you put yourself out there, and you did an amazing job. That piece of RP between Alba and Steve was my pick for tonight as for my RP moment. Followed very closely by obviously the Moriel moment in the storeroom, basically telling, hey, you guys, we're here to do a job. We're paid. We are here because we have been asked to be here, and we need to work together. The biggest issue with this group is we got Captain Moore wanting to lead. Kinda, he's used to it. He's a captain. We got Hex being Hex and wanting to be lead, and then you got a very dominant personality in Moriel as well. So there's this, I think, just a clash of personalities and everything going on, and then to have Moriel step up and say, look, we need to stop all this bullshit and get on the same page. Didn't expect Hex to follow Moriel though. That was a little bit of a thing that I didn't really see coming either, but kind of cool. But well done, guys. The combat situations well handled. The levitation to feed the Otiag, just to give you a little bit of insight on that. You had to feed it 5 corpses to the amount of the party to get it to be satisfied. You fed it 1 on the pile. The creature that you fed it made up for 3. You only had to feed it 1 more corpse and it would have been happily able to just wallow in its bloody pile of bodies and would have never been a problem. So Hex was
Damn,
on the right page.
Hex was on her way back to the room to get the other corpses.
That's what I kind of figured, yeah.
Damn it.
It's just the fact that if someone had left and the others had stayed, it would have stayed there and you would have brought the corpse back, it would have been fine. But because you were all going to leave, it was going to follow because it didn't trust that you weren't going to feed it, kind of thing. I rolled on that. So, yes, apologies again for the technological issues at the start. I'm not sure what has caused it. I may just get rid of the DM viewer thing altogether and just do what we've done tonight, just solve a whole lot of issues and just deal with it that way. Not a big deal. It just means the viewers will see more than anticipated. They will. This is why I'll ask the party members as we go forth just to pause the stream, because there will be things on stream that you guys are not meant to see. So if you just pause the video on stream when we're playing, you guys will see your own views on your own Foundry windows anyway, so we should be good there. So we'll probably just do that moving forward to save a whole lot of problems. So raid, guys. Has anyone got anyone they would like to raid? We did have a couple of here. Mina, I love the way Moriel stepped up to remind the group they had a mission. Hex not wanting to kill the Ortiag just brought up great RP. Exactly. Definitely made a difference there. The nicknames being thrown out to cover the technological difficulties, definitely. Thanks, Drax and Captain Moore for all the nicknames. And yeah, 100% following Steve was brilliant and gave him a chance to RP at length, definitely. So again, just to reiterate, JJ, you did exceptionally well tonight. Good job. So guys, make sure you go check out JJ Beats over on his Twitch channel. Does the whole wrestling stuff, does some music stuff as well. Definitely check him out. Most of us here are already following, but if you're not, make sure you go check him out and follow him. Also too, Magic the Gamer, Floggiest Flog, there is the Never Flogged. Go check him out on his channel as well. We go hang out there as much as we can. Does a lot of RPGs and things like that, and we're all one big community here. And of course, we have Miss Yanti1 in the chat as well. She does the Stormlord's Wrath on a Friday, which I won't be a part of this coming week because I'll be away, but make sure you go check out Yanti and check out all the things that she does over there. She does D&D, she does gaming, Arc, Warframe, a whole bunch of different stuff over there as well. So make sure you check her out. And I think Aerial Code was hanging out in here as well. Go check him out as well. So who is online? No one's made any suggestions in the chat, so we'll check out who's on. Oh look, Telmara's doing D&D. How long has he been running for? Online? Go check out Tel. We've been running for 5.5 hours. He's doing some map making. Yeah, we'll go raid him. Seen him. He's been in my channel a few times, but he hangs out with Yanti a little bit as well. He definitely comes around a little bit, so we're going to raid him. So guys, again, I probably will be streaming sometime during the week. I'm not sure what I'll be doing. I might do some PUBG tomorrow night. Been playing that a little bit lately, back into enjoying that. Wednesday, obviously, Curse of Strahd will still go ahead, so definitely be there for that. I will be away from Friday till the following Monday. So cheers, guys, for hanging out with us once again. We will see you when we see you. Until then, enjoy your new week as it starts, and we will see you whenever.